Good day, 12 HE Cookery students. Today we will going to discuss a very particular and important topic, one that can help you succeed in entrepreneurship. Have you ever wondered why some food business succeed while others struggle even though their food tastes good? One big reason is market research. So in this video, we'll explore how to better understand what your customer wants and how to gather useful information to guide your decision before launching your product. This is especially important for you, future entrepreneurs. Okay, let's begin with our objective for today's lesson. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to define what is market research, understand what data gathering means, and identify the different technique used in data gathering. And most important, especially, is have an appreciation why market research is essential, especially if we plan to run your own business someday. No, so now that we know what to expect, let's test your prior knowledge first. So before we go deeper, let's find out what you already know about the topic. I'm going to read the six. I'm going to read six questions, and you are going to answer after I read the questions. No, so you can write your answer in your notebook or in a one-fourth sheet of papers. But don't worry, this is just a warm up. Okay, so now let's begin our warm up activity. So number one, it is the most common way to gather primary data with the use of questionnaires or interview schedule. A. Interview. B. Focus group discussion. And C. Survey. And letter D. Data gathering. Okay. I will give you 5 seconds to answer, to write down your answer in your notebook or in a one-fourth sheet of paper. Okay. So are you ready? Okay. So the correct answer is okay. Letter D. Next question. It is the traditional method of data collection, which is normally done personally with the respondents. A. Personal interview. B. Focus group discussion. Letter C. Survey. And letter D. Gathering. Okay, so write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The answer is letter A. Okay, next question. A data gathering technique where you can moderate TED to group interviews and brainstorming sessions that provide information on users' needs and behavior. Letter A, personal interview. Letter B, focus group discussion. Letter C, survey. And letter D, data gathering. Okay, write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is letter B. Okay, so next, it refers to information gathered directly from the respondents who answer a set of questions. So, letter A, primary research. Letter B, secondary research. Letter C, survey. And letter D, gathering. Okay, what is your answer? Okay, the correct answer is letter A. Okay, so here's the number five question. A data gathering technique where it can be done via direct mail, over the phone, or internet, or email. Okay, so A, data gathering. B, survey. C, focus group discussion. And letter D, interview. Okay, you have 5 seconds. Okay, time's up. The answer is letter B. Okay, here is the last question. It refers to the process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting the information about the product or the service to be offered for sale in the market. A, primary research. B, secondary research. C, data gathering. And letter D, market research. Okay, in 5 seconds, write down your answer. Okay, time's up. And the correct answer is letter See. Okay. So, how many correct answer did you get? Okay. So, if you get six or five correct answers, I think you have already strong background in market research. So, what is market research? Okay. So, market research is the process of gathering, analyzing, interpreting information about the product, service, or service you plan to offer and the target market for them. So it helps you understand what people want and need, how much they're willing to spend, and what's already available in the market. So in short, no, ito ay yung pamamaraan ng pagkuha ng mga impormasyon tungkol sa iyong produkto o sa mga taong pwedeng bumili nito. So halimbawa, no, kung gusto mong magbenta ng banana bread, so dapat mong alamin muna kung gusto ba ito ng mga tao, no? And magkano yung kaya nilang ibayad o yung kaya nilang gastusin para dun sa iyong banana bread. Okay, syempre, at napakahalaga din na dapat mong malaman kung meron kang kakompetensya. Okay? Oh, now that we already define what market research, okay, the next logical question is how do we collect this information? Okay, so to gather information effectively, we need to know how to collect data properly. So the data collection, what is data collection? Data collection is the most valuable tool in any type of research study. Inaccurate data collection may cause mistakes and ultimately lead to invalid results. Here are the tips in collecting data. So one is organize collected data as soon as it's available. It is very important that after collecting the data, no, we immediately organize it. Kasi kung hindi mo ito agad aayusin, maaari itong mawala or pwedeng mong makalimutan yung mga mahalagang detalye. Halimbawa, kung isinulat mo lang sa scratch paper, so baka mamaya hindi mo na mamalayan na itapon mo na yung papel na yun. So, mas mainam na agad itong ilagay sa iyong logbook or kaya sa spreadsheet o kaya sa Google Sheet upang matrack ang sagot ng bawat respondents. Okay? So, next tips is know what message you want to get across, then collect the data. Okay? Ang ibig sabihin na to, no? Know the message or your goal, no? Ano ba yung gusto mong makuha? So, bago pa mo simulan, yung pagtatanong, itanong mo muna sa sarili mo, ano ba ang gusto mong malaman? Ano ba ang gusto kong malaman? Kung ang layunin mo ay alamin kung ano ang ulam, halimbawa, kung ano ang ulam ang mabenta ngayon. So, tiyakin, nakatuon ang tanong mo sa mga kagustuhan ng target market. Ano? No? So, it's very important na you know your target market and you know what kind of data yung gusto mong makuha. Okay? So, relevant to the message is important, na relevant. So, gather as much relevant data as possible. Okay? Mas maraming datos, mas malinaw ang pattern. Okay? So, huwag lang isa o dalawang tao ang tatanungin. Mas mainam kung may diversity, bata, matanda, estudyante, no? Mga nag-o-office, nagtatrabaho. Okay? So, mas maganda kung meron tayong diversity of respondents. So, okay? Next tip is collect more data. No? Collect mo yung sabi ko nga kanina, no, mas marami, dapat mas marami, mas maganda, no? Iba't iba from diverse respondents. So from children or from kids, from adults, no, matanda, bata, nagtatrabaho, okay? So estudyante, okay, mas maganda kapag diverse yung iyong respondents. No? But if you want to focus, okay lang din naman, no? Okay lang din naman na mag-focus ka sa iyong specific target market para naman mas accurate yung makuha mong data. O if your target market is student, so ask the student, no? Sila yung kunan mo ng data. Okay, so observe interesting response. Okay, create more data. Take note of interesting or significant data. Okay, so kailangan marunong tayong mag-observe doon sa mga interesting or significant data. Yun sa mga uh, may mga sagot kasi ng hindi karaniwan, no? Halimbawa, karamihan gusto ng sweet. Kapag nagtanong ka, di ba, gusto nila sweet. Pero may ilan na gusto ng maanghang or di kaya naman ay yung may konting asim. So, pwede mo itong gawing inspirasyon sa paglikha ng bagong variant ng produkto. Now that you have these tips, now let's talk about the actual techniques or tools you use in collecting information. Now, these are methods you can apply even as a student. Okay? We have three different data collection techniques. Okay? One is survey, two is interview, and the other one is focus group discussion. Okay? So, these are the three common techniques no, used in market research to collect data. Okay, so each method has its own purpose, styles, and strength. So let's take a look at each one no, more closely, starting with survey, which are probably the easiest and the most familiar to you. So what is survey? Surveys is the most common way to gather primary research. With the use of questionnaires or interview schedule, this can be done by direct mail, over the phone, internet, example in Google, ano, or email. You can use Google Forms or you can send an email. So pwede mo ipag-combine yun. Oh. Gamitin mo yung email to send the Google Forms. Or it can be conducted by face-to-face or in the web. Or for example, in the Zoom meeting, Google Meet, ano, ito na yung mga trend ngayon, ano, pwede rin Skype or Viber. So, surveys are structured sets of questions given to respondents to collect information. No, you may have answered one before. Okay, maybe, 'di ba? Minsan may mga school na nagpapasagot sa atin ng mga parang survey questionnaire. Okay? They are useful because you can gather answer from many people quickly. Useful and the same time convenient. Okay? So minsan kapag pwede mong iabot lang, ayun nga, pwede kang gumamit ng internet. No, send mo lang sa kanya. So makakasasagot na siya and makakakuha ka na ng answer na mas mabilis, no? For example, no, if you want to sell snack, you could create a Google form asking, what snack do you usually buy after the class? Or you can ask, how much are you willing to spend on a merienda? No? But keep in mind, no, keep in mind that in survey, meron tayong dapat mga guidelines. Ito yung mga guidelines for designing or constructing your research questionnaire. So, one is keep it as simple as possible. Let's keep our questions simple and clear. Gumamit tayo ng simpleng salita. Iwasan yung mga jargon term and mga technical terms. Halimbawa, no, huwag mong tatanungin ng ano ang demographic preference mo sa culinary item na ito. Okay? So, some ordinary people, no, yung mga hindi naman nag-aaral ng entrepreneurship, no, some ordinary individual, pag tinanong mo demographic preference, ano yun? 'Di ba? Hindi nila masasagot kasi sometimes di nila maintindihan yung technical terms. So mas mainam kung tatanungin mo na lang anong paborito mong ulam sa tanghalian, 'di ba? So alam nila 'yon at mabilis para sa kanila na intindihin. Okay? Next guideline is make sure it is clear, appealing and easy to read. Okay? Cluster or block related question. Dapat clear and madaling mabasa. Next, move from complex question to more specific questions. Guideline, make sure your questions are concise and easily understood. No, madaling matandaan, madaling maintindihan, and the same time, eksakto sa gusto mong malaman. No? Okay, avoid questions that are difficult to answer. Also, di ba, doon sa make it concise, kung you should group related questions. Kung may tanong ka, for example, tungkol sa presyo, pagsama-samahin mo lahat ng presyo related na tanong sa isang bahagi. Huwag palipat-lipat para hindi malito ang mga sumasagot. No? So, avoid using confusing or hard to answer questions. Okay? And make sure response scales used are consistent with categories that are mutually exclusive. Okay? So, be consistent with your answer options, ano? And also use consistency answer choice. Kung gumamit ka ng scale 1 to 5, siguraduhin na lahat ng tanong ay pare-pareho ang sukatan para madali itong ikumpara ang mga sagot. Or now, if you want more in-depth information from someone, so a better option might be an interview. So what is interview? Most reliable, incredible ways of getting relevant information. Okay? From your target customer, Researchers ask pertinent questions that will give significant piece of information about the problem that he will solve. Interviews let you talk one-on-one with the customers or respondent. This give you more detailed answer and allow you to ask follow-up question. This interview allows you to ask a specific question and receive detailed answer. So there are two common ways to do this. Okay, one is face-to-face and the other one is via telephone. Okay, so one is personal interview, ito yung face-to-face, more personal and detailed. One is in telephone interviews, more convenient and cheaper. But, no, may less engaging. Example, no, you ask a regular customer at your school canteen. Okay? What do you look for in a packed lunch? Okay, for example, that's your question. Ano yung hinahanap niya para sa kanyang tanghalian? 'Di ba? So, pwede sabihin ng customer mo, ang gusto niya affordable, no? Not too oily. And that kind of insight can help shape your product. No, pwede mong based on their answer, pwede mong doon ibase yung paggagawa mo ng iyong product, no? Pagki-create mo ng product. So, and one thing pa, okay, bakit mahalaga yung interview? Why interviews matter? Interview let you ask clarify question and build trust. Oh, so this is important because people are more likely to open up when they feel heard. No? 'Di ba? Gusto natin, sa friend natin nag-open up tayo kapag alam natin na si friend ay pinakikinggan yung ating sinasabi, no? Hindi ba basta lang pinapakinggan and nararamdaman din natin na talagang nakikinig siya and concerned. So, in business, dapat ganun din. So, halimbawa, kapag sinabi ng customer na ayaw niya yung mga mamantika, no, pwede mo tanungin, anong ibig sabihin mo? Pwede mo ka mag-follow up question, anong ibig mong sabihin sa mamantika? Yung maraming mantika o yung lasang mantika? O, di ba? May mga ganun luto eh. So, based on their answer, for example, ayaw niya ng maraming mantika, no? So, pwede mong gumawa ka ng paraan, umisip ka ng paraan kung paano mo maliles yung oil nito. Ngayon naman, kung malasa, o may lasang mantika naman siya, masyado siya. So, pwede mong i-enhance or improve yung product mo based doon sa kanya naging answer. Diba? Based doon sa naging answer niya, doon sa follow-up question mo. So, mas mai enhance mo pa, alam mo na, alam mo na ayaw niya ng mamantika. Ngayon, alam mo kung saang aspect. Alam mo yung aspect na kung saan niya ayaw yung mamantika, yung lasa ba, o yung talagang nakikita niya na lumalangoy na sa mantika. No? Personal interview. Yan. Personal interview is a traditional method of conducting interview. It allows the researcher to establish a relationship with potential participant, therefore gain cooperation. So yung in-explain ko kanina, generate the highest response rate in survey research. So they also will enable the researcher to clarify and definite answer. And when necessary, seek follow-up information. Ito yung kagandahan sa personal interview. In telephone interview naman, no, it is less expensive, less time consuming, but disadvantages are that the response rate is not as high as the face-to-face interview. Eh kasi nga, less engaging, no? Hindi mo alam, nadidistract na yung kinakausap mo. So, it is very possible na hindi niya agad naiintindihan yung tanong mo. Okay, but considerably higher than the mailed questionnaire. Yung isinend lang sa'yo or yung binigay lang sa'yo na mga questionnaire, tapos sasagutan mo lang, no? Sasagutan lang ng respondents mo. May iba doon kung ano-ano lang isasagot eh. But in telephone interview, naririnig mo yung boses niya, kaya mas higher yung kanyang accuracy ng answer. Okay, so before we go to focus group discussion, no, I want to give you some tips to prepare, some tips, no, para sa personal or telephone interview man. So, first siguro, prepare 3 to 5 questions beforehand. Okay, so bago kayo mag-conduct ng interview, prepare your questions. Then, be ready to go deeper depending on the answer. So, observe, listen carefully dun sa sinasabi, dun sa sinasagot ng inyong respondents. And then, if you want to dig deeper, gusto mo pang malaman, ah, dapat nagtitake notes ka. Tapos, gusto mo may i-clarify, may mas gusto mo pang malaman, you can still ask a follow-up question. No, interview interview takes time and effort. If you want to gather multiple options all at once, no, a focus group discussion might be better. No, kung gusto mo ng multiple options, yung makakuha ka ng multiple answer. Okay, so what is focus group discussion? It an excellent method for generating and screening ideas and concepts. It can be moderated groups interview and brainstorming sessions that provide informations of on users' needs and behaviors. No? So, in a focus group conversation, it is guided by a facilitator. No? This is perfect if you want to gather many perspectives at once and see how people respond to each other idea. Okay, for example, no, you invited 8 to 10 students and asked, what dessert would you buy if it costs less than 20 pesos? So, pwede silang magbigay. No? At once, makukuha mo yung iba't ibang opinion, iba't ibang options uh, from focus group discussion. No? So during the discussion, you notice that chocolate and milky flavor are popular. So your topic, ano yung mas popular na flavor para sa mga sweets product? No? And you notice that chocolate and milky flavors are popular. So at once, no, sa isang upuan lang, makakakuha ka na ng iba't ibang options, iba't ibang insights, iba't ibang opinion, iba't ibang answers na pwede mong gamiting data to form your strategy, to enhance your product, to develop your product. Okay? So, the following are considering in the use of focus group discussion in the market research. So, the length of the session is between 90 and 120 minutes. So, conduct focus group discussion with 8 to 10 participants per group. Okay? Assign an expert moderator, facilitator who can manage your group's dynamics. Use a semi-structure or open format discussion. Okay, semi-structure. So, dapat mayroon pa ring free will na sumagot, magbigay ng insights, opinions, yung mga kalahok sa focus group discussions. Now, strive for consistency in the group's compositions. So, dapat kung mag invite ka, no, group people with similar profile, for example, same age or background, so the respondents are consistent. Dapat yung meron silang pare-pareha, meron silang common, no? No, same age. For example, student ang gusto mo. So, sino mga student? Okay? Gusto mo, student lang ng home economics. Okay? Gusto mong malaman yung preference and opinion ng mga HE Kukiri student. O, sino doon? Mga grade 12 ba? Mga grade 11. So, dapat you gathered the people with similar background or profile. No? So, another example, it may not be advisable to have a business consumer and retail consumer in the same focus group. So, bakit? No, bakit hindi maganda, hindi advisable? Eh kasi magkaiba sila ng preference and opinion. Ayan, so why group discussion work? No, people build on each other's idea. This is useful when testing new food concept. So paano nga ba 'to gumagana? Okay. At bakit ito gumagana, no? Paano 'to na gumagana sa isang negosyo? So, halimbawa, kapag may nagsabi ng masarap sana kung may cheese, maaring sumunod ang isa. At pwede namang, oo, masarap nga at kung creamy pa, magbigay pa siya ng additional opinion, no? So, marami kang makukuhang improvement doon sa focus group discussion, no? So, you can choose similar participants para hindi mahirap mag-relate ng mga kalahok. Isang halimbawa dito sa focus group discussion para senior citizen. Iba naman para sa mga teenager. So, pag sama-samahin mo yung para sa senior citizen, para sa teenager, para sa students, for teachers only, for workers only. Use open-ended question. Diba? Yung mas malaya ang mga respondents na sumagot or yung mga kalahok doon sa focus group discussion. Dapat gumagamit tayo ng open-ended question. So, iwasan yung mga question na yes or no lang yung sagot. Bakit? No? Kasi discussion nga eh. Pag yes or no yung question mo, wala na magiging discussion. So, mas magandang itanong, halimbawa, na focus group discussion, ano ang madalas mong hanapin sa merienda? Instead na, gusto mo ba ng turon? Oh, yes or no lang yun? Oh, yes. Saan ka magkakaroon ng discussion? Ano yung next question mo? Ano yung magiging next? Wala magiging flow yung focus group discussion nyo. So, kapag tinanong mo, ano ang madalas mong hanapin sa merienda? So, mapapaisip siya. For example, gusto ko yung ano matamis. Oh, anong klaseng merienda ba yan? Kakanin ba? Diba? Mga tuhog-tuhog ba yan? So, pwedeng makaka-generate ng maraming idea. Okay, now that we gone through the three data collection techniques, no? So, let's bring it all together. So, kung natatandaan nyo pa, yung tatlong data gathering techniques para sa market research. So far, we learned that market research is your foundation when starting a food business. So without knowing what your customers want, you risk making food that doesn't sell, no matter how good it tastes. Eh, hindi mo naman alam eh. So, gumawa ka, nagbebenta ka ng product na, oo, sabi mo, masarap. Pero hindi mo tinanong, hindi mo alam kung ano nga ba talaga ang gusto ng mga customers mo. Di ba? Yan ba yung gusto nilang pagkain? Okay. Oh, during our discussion in this lesson, we also explored three major ways to gather information. One is surveys. So, surveys is for quick answer from many people. Kung gusto natin na makakalap ng maraming sagot mula sa iba't ibang ah, tao, no? Sa maraming tao, diverse. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng survey. At mas madali, no? Pwede nating through email, no? Through G-Forms, Google Forms. So, if you want naman deeper insights, no? Gusto mong maklarify yung mga naging answers, so you can conduct interviews to gather data. So, for brainstorming naman, when feedback, gusto naman ng brainstorming and at the same time may mga feedback. So, focus group discussion is good for that. So, all of these techniques help you make informed decision as a future cookery entrepreneur. HE cookery student plus you have knowledge in entrepreneur. So, pwede niyong gamitin that knowledge para maka-create ng inyong sariling business venture. Okay? So, that's all for today. So, thank you for listening and thank you for watching this video.